Welcome in, everybody, to the Jackson Optimist Ice Arena in Jackson, Michigan for Game 1 of the MAHA State Tournament. West Michigan Varsity Green all set to take on the USA Eagles. Game 1 of 3 pool play games set on the schedule. Games on Sunday if you move on. West Michigan Green in a division of 5 teams. The top 2 of the 5 will move on to quarterfinals on Sunday. "17-minute periods today. Both teams warmed up. We are ready to roll. Starting out first for the West Michigan Varsity Green team. Up front, Lucas Smilanich, Bryce Mitchell, and Evan Moore on defense. Jackson Timpey and Luke Hooper. We are ready to roll. Moore comes up to the dot for the face-off. MAHA State Tournament has begun. Face-off won by West Michigan. Timpey over for Hooper. Hooper in the middle for Moore. Moore brings it in off sides as he pulled back at the last second. So we'll get a quick first whistle. Play resumes. Mitchell had his stick poked, and Eagles dump it in. Mitchell now with it behind the net. Eagles get possession. Timpey collapses down. Timpey battling, sends it near side corner after it's Mitchell. Mitchell up the wall. Moore can't find it. Shot in from the point, saved by the goalie, Noah Freen. Puck played around far side for Smilanich. Smilanich in the middle for Mitchell and Moore. Tipped ahead into the Eagles zone, but played back out. Timpey battles neutral zone. Eagles pull it away. The Eagles carry it in near side. Moore gets the puck away, sends it cross ice on the tape from Smilanich. Lucas carries it in, went off his stick, and the Eagles possessed behind their own goal. We'll get a quick whistle. A too many men called. 6 skaters out for West Michigan. So the Eagles get their first power play of the game. Ayler, Rocco, Budwarman, and Poulin, your skaters for West Michigan. On the penalty kill. We're going 2-minute penalties. And that one's whistled as Freen holds it. Back to 2-minute penalties for the weekend. Miles Ayler on the faceoff. Tied up in the feet, Eagles pull it out. Eagles top of the zone. Dropped it for the point man, disrupted by Ayler. Puck bounces, Eagles get it back. Rocco got a stick on it, cleared it to neutral. Eagles contested by Budwarman, but they pull it out, send it cross ice. Man's there, top of the zone. Shot, knocked down by Poulin. Puck loose in the feet, Eagles push it behind the net. Eagles with possession, they try a center pass, picked off by Budwarman, and he puts a backhand that goes length of the ice. Bryce Mitchell serves for West Michigan. Eagles with possession, break it out of their zone, pass cross ice. Poulin pressured, puck goes loose in the corner. Poulin's the first there. Sweeps behind the net for Rocco. It's Ryan Rocco. Eagles carried up the wall. Pressure by Budwarman. Now dump it back in deep behind the net. Poulin collapses down. Now Eagles have it on the edge. Center pass that's cleared out by Budwarman. Length of the ice. West Michigan with a change on the ice is Bateson, Finnerty, Hohendorf, and Kuhn. Kuhn clears the zone, moves it up for Finnerty and deep. West Michigan, 35 seconds left in the penalty kill. Finnerty with a hit. Oh, arm goes up here. Delayed call on West Michigan. Eagles carry it ahead through the middle. Hohendorf sweeps it into the wall. Eagles drop to pass at the wall. Now back to the point man. Point man whiffs on a shot. Eagles still with possession. Now in the middle, down low. And that'll be touched up by Bateson. And we'll get a whistle. West Michigan now with a 5-on-3 penalty kill. Moore, Timpey, and Hooper for 12 seconds. Not the way you want to start here. Eagles win the draw. They pull it out. Now back towards net. Shot on Freena's save. And that one's cleared length to the ice. Goaltender touches up. Out of the box will come Mitchell. And on the ice is Rocco. Eagles, far side, now near side. Puck goes loose. They'll regroup.
West Michigan, penalty, number 21.
Eagles now carried ahead into the West Michigan zone. Timpey with the body. Puck loosened up and cleared by Moore. Goaltender touches up behind his net. Eagles with possession. We'll try to set up something on a 5-on-4 power play. Minute 15 left. Eagles taken away by Rocco. Puck out to neutral zone. Moore with a stick on it, puts it back in the zone. Eagles chase it down behind their net. They'll dump D to D behind their net. Rocco after it. Eagles with possession. Eagles pass. Couldn't handle it. Played back in their zone. Now they'll carry it ahead. More pressures at the red line. Rocco chips the puck away. Eagles get possession again into the West Michigan zone, but shallow. Timpey clears. Eagles in their own zone on the regroup. Pass back to the near side. Eagles cross the red line. Cross ice pass. Connects. Now a drop to the point man. Played back in the corner. After it on the wall. Eagles behind the net. Near side. Sweep back behind the net. Hooper pressures. 15 seconds left in the penalty kill. Rocco's got possession. Tyler puts it through the air and down the length of the ice. Moore after it. Moore will be the first there. Ties it up in the wall. Eagles move it out. Held in by Hohendorf at the point. Wraps it hard around the wall. Near side. Timpey can't hold it in. That goes into the West Michigan zone. Hohendorf reverses course. Eagles pull it away. Eagles down low with it, and they score. Turnover in the defensive zone, and the Eagles capitalize. Ayler, Budwarman, Bateson, Kuhn, and Hohendorf. Face off won by the Eagles. They go cross ice. Now at the red line. Pressure by Bateson taken away. Bateson shoved it near side. He's hard after it. Eagles pressuring. Budwarman in to help. Eagles try to out it. Played by Budwarman back into the corner. Taken by Ayler behind the net. Swept to the far corner. Eagles there at the wall. Hohendorf holds it in. Digging it out of the feet. Ayler along with Budwarman. Comes loose. Eagles clear it. After it is Kuhn. Kuhn behind his goal. Oh, that one took a weird bounce out in front, and they score. Took a weird bounce off the back wall, went right out in front. Freen was left 2-0, and the Eagles capitalize. 2-0 lead early. Face-off won by West Michigan. This is Poulin.
USA
Puts
Eagles
it in the
goal
corner,
scored by number 40,
behind the net.
Jonathan Schwarzenberg,
Puck loose, far side, Moore. Drops it at the wall for Rocco. Rocco in front, a shot by Poulin goes wide. Ryan Rocco from the point trying to hold it in. Eagles get possession. Cross ice pass, connects. Now pass in the middle. Rocco lays a big hit. Moore's got the loose puck. Fed a pass loose in the neutral zone. Picked up by Poulin and dumped in. Eagles knock it down, and they'll clear right back to neutral. Moore picks it off. Moore has got space, sends a pass through the middle. A little long for Rocco and a whistle for icing. Martzke on the dot. Martzke, Finnerty, and Berto up front, Rocco and Poulin on defense. Eagles behind the net, Rocco takes it away, puts it up the wall. Finnerty will play, chipped it towards the middle, but played back by the Eagles, now taken by Rocco. Ryan Rocco drives it red line, blue line. In deep, Rocco behind the net. He gets squeezed off the puck. Eagles from the corner try to out it. Martzke trying to hold it at the wall. Eagles move it to neutral zone. Berto can't move it out, but Poulin with possession. His pass knocked down. Puck loose in the neutral. After it now, Finnerty far side. Eagles off the wall, neutral zone. Eagles carry it in, knocked down by Poulin. Poulin hits Berto. Berto in all alone. Ethan Berto in on net. He shoots just wide. Rebound far side. Martzke after it. Puck comes out of the zone and we'll get a no call. Carried in by Poulin. Poulin dropped it for Martzke. Eagles off the wall, top of the zone and cleared. Cooper. His pass goes long and we'll get an icing whistle. And another D-zone draw. Moore, Mitchell, Smilinich up front, Hooper and Timpy on defense. Puck played at the wall, in deep now. Hooper behind his own goal, hard around the wall for Smilinich. Eagles hold it in, Smilinich gets it to Moore. 2-on-1, Moore across the blue line, Moore over for Mitchell. Mitchell shot, whiffed on it. Holds it behind the net, Moore, and the Eagles take it away. Smilinich gets the loose puck. Smilinich puts it back behind the end line, Mitchell. Bryce Mitchell, he's swarmed. Eagles pull it out. They'll dump it length of the ice. Timpy doesn't have to touch it. We'll get an icing whistle. Mitchell on the dot. In the offensive zone, Moore and Smilinich, Timpy, Hooper. Face-off sent in the corner. Eagles send it around the wall, near side. Carried back in the corner, Smilinich pressuring along with Mitchell. Now loose far side, Moore. Plays it back behind the net, Eagles there. They'll skate it out the middle. Pass through the middle, deflected, played by Timpy. Timpy off the wall, back in the Eagles zone. They're there. They'll play it right back to Timpy. He intercepts, dumps it in deep. Behind the goaltender. Eagles wrap it around the wall far side, picked off by Mitchell. Mitchell dropped it for Hooper. Hooper with a shot, and that's gloved by the goaltender. West Michigan with their first shot on goal. Almost 8-9 minutes into the game. Goodwarman, Bateson, Ayler, Kuhn, and Hohendorf. Eagles pull the draw behind their own net. Bateson after it. Bateson chips it for himself in the corner. Bateson curls back behind the net. Ayler's there. Eagles take possession, hard around the wall. Comes out into the West Michigan zone. Hohendorf's after it. Hohendorf behind the net for his partner Kuhn. Kuhn's pass through the air, hits Ayler. And now played out by Budwarman. Loose puck played by Ayler. Ayler drives it in, played in towards net, a save. Puck loose, out to Kuhn at the point. Kuhn in towards net, loose in front, and now the goaltender covers for the whistle. Rocco, Poulin, and Moore up front. Hohendorf and Kuhn on defense. Face-off won by the Eagles. Pass through the middle goes long, icing arms up, and we'll bring it back down. Face-off back to Rocco. Rocco, a shot save. Loose in it behind the net. Moore's after it in the corner. Moore up the wall with it. Pass back to Rocco at the point. Rocco shot deflected and wide. Loose far side. Poulin uses a skate, puts it in the corner for Rocco. Tyler Rocco, he goes down. Puck played by the Eagles behind their net. Outlet pass near side connects. Now pass through the middle off a skate and deep. Freen plays it out for Moore. Moore's run off the puck. Poulin lays a hit. Loose behind the net, Rocco pinches the man at the wall. Moore around the wall for Poulin. Poulin's pass through the middle for Rocco connects. Bouncing puck, and the Eagles play it back. After it now in the West Michigan zone, Rocco behind his own goal, over for Poulin, up the wall, loose. Eagles take it back. Eagles in their own zone, backhand towards net, deflect. Rocco plays it off the wall. Eagles point man, shot, save. In the corner, Eagles get possession. Eagles shot, deflected before it reached the net. They'll get the loose puck near side. Pass back to the point. Eagles backhanding down low. They've got it all alone down low. A save by Freen. Puck loose. Eagles keep it in the zone. Now swept away by Poulin. Poulin near side. Poulin down low. A shot goes wide. Leaks all the way to the far side point. Picked up by Berto. Berto for Poulin. Poulin top of the zone. He'll have to retreat to neutral. Oh, taken away by the Eagles. They've got a break. One-on-one with Freen. A shot. And he saves for a whistle. Big save by Freen. Got to clean up some of these turnovers. Martsky on the dot. Berto and Finnerty. Timpy and Hooper on defense. Shot in from the point, saved by Freen. Puck tied up at the wall. Eagles behind the net with it. Wrap around, save. Loose, top of the zone. Eagles pass over the near side point. Shot goes wide. Picked up by Berto. Eagles dump it back in. Near side corner, Timpy. Up the wall for Finnerty. Played out of the zone. Finnerty battles after it. Played back in the zone. Hooper. Pass for Berto. Berto throw neutral. Drives it in down the middle. Has it pushed off his stick. Hooper shot from the point, and that's gloved for a whistle. Smilanich, Mitchell, and Moore come out on top. Hooper and Timpy out on defense. Face off into the wall. Mitchell, Moore. Cross ice pass picked off by the Eagles. Dumped in loose. Cleared out to neutral. Eagles chase the loose puck. They'll turn and clear it. Pass through the middle connects. Eagles drive it in. Into the middle. West Michigan with their third penalty of the game. Jackson Timpy goes off for 2. Trip call. Good Warman, Ayler, Kuhn, and Hohendorf on the penalty kill. Face off won by the Eagles. Played deep in the corner. Centering pass picked off by Hohendorf. Hohendorf trying to find it, played back in towards Freen, and he'll cover it for a whistle. Face off tied up in the feet. Played out to the point man. Back off the wall. Ayler with a stick on it. Comes back out to the point near side. Shot in towards Freen, and it buried it. Goalie change on the West Michigan side. Buck Jabrocki comes in. Let's see if it's just a little break. Power play goal for the Eagles. They lead now 3-0. West Michigan's got to find their game here. Puck played in deep. Behind the net, Poulin. Up the wall for Bateson. Bateson's pass picked off by the Eagles. Bateson, though, gets it back. Plays it to neutral. Eagles there. Cross ice dump in. Rocco's after it. Ryan Rocco pulls it behind his own goal. Now wraps it hard around the wall for Bateson. Bateson for Ayler. Ayler plays it towards the middle. Ayler's got Budwarman with him, played by the Eagles. Budwarman at the wall, into the corner for Ayler. Ayler pinched off behind the net. Eagles with possession. They put a hard one off the glass. Length of the ice. Icing arms up. Moore's up top with Poulin and Rocco. Timpy and Hooper on defense. Face off in the feet. Push to the wall, Moore. Pass back to Hooper at the point. Hooper shot knocked down by the Eagles. They have it through neutral zone. Good job by Timpy. Sweeps it into the wall. Timpy carries it out to neutral. Chipped ahead for Poulin. Poulin is shallow in his own zone. Pass up for Moore. Connects. Moore's got it. Takes it in the zone. And offside's the call. West Michigan gets it in deep. Poulin hard after it is Rocco. But Eagles wrap it around far side. Moore stops it at the wall. Eagles take possession though. At the blue line, brought back in by Rocco. Rocco down low, a shot played by the goalie. Loose behind the net. More challenges, pushed in the corner. Eagles hard off the wall. Stopped by Hooper. Bangs it in deep, deflected. And a high stick by West Michigan. Martzke out on the dot, Berto and Finnerty, Hooper and Timpy on deep. Timpy from the corner, tries to out it. Eagles play it back in deep. Timpy and Martzke battling. Stuck in the feet, Martzke now moves it in the corner. He takes a hit in the wall. Hooper's got it, far side, clears the zone, loose puck. After it's Finnerty. Eagles try to clear it, Berto holds it in. Berto gets it for himself, top of the circle, his shot goes over the net. All the way out to Timpy at the point, plays it down low for Martzke. Now behind the net, Finnerty. Finnerty out in front for Martzke. Martzke's shot over the net. Berto gets the loose puck. Bounces out to Hooper at the point. Dumps it in deep, Martzke behind the net. Into the near corner. Eagles play it back far side. Hooper comes down to hold it in. Puck bounces in the air. Hooper gets it to Finnerty. Eagles double team and pull it out. Picked off by Berto. Berto trying to find it in the feet. Puts it towards net, goes through the crease. And the Eagles clear the zone. Hooper catches it in his own zone. Minute and a half left in the first. Hooper cross for Timpy. Timpy up the wall for Finnerty. In the middle for Moore. Moore's going to find it down low. Moore in front. Oh, played by the Eagles. They clear to neutral. Moore picks up the loose puck. Cross ice for Timpy. Timpy races it in. Jackson Timpy down low. Now stops. Passes out for Moore at the point position. Moore in towards net. Shot loose in front and cleared by the Eagles defense. Back to Moore at the point. Another shot down low. Deflected before it got to the goaltender. Timpy from the corner. Off the wall for Smilanich. Now Mitchell's got it. Mitchell down for Smilanich. Smilanich just passed in the middle, played out of play by the Eagles. Mitchell, Moore, and Smilanich, Kuhn, and Hohendorf. Face off. Played by West Michigan, picked off by the Eagles and cleared after the loose puck in their West Michigan zone. Hohendorf plays it around the wall for Kuhn. Kuhn the far side, back to Hohendorf near side, up the wall. Smilanich, loose puck, Moore's got it. Moore carries it in wide. Moore down low, shot knocked down. Smilanich after the loose puck at the wall. Comes out to Kuhn, puts it in deep. Off the back wall, Eagles out into neutral zone. They've got a man there. Down low, a shot wide. Loose near side, played back in deep. Kuhn behind the net. Eagles sweep it in the corner. Kuhn takes it away, and that buzzer means we've ended our first period. Well, a sloppy first period on the West Michigan side. And the Eagles capitalize. They hold a 3-0 lead. Jabraki comes back out in net for West Michigan. Up top, starting out, Bedwarman, Bateson, and Ayler. On defense, Timpy and Hooper. West Michigan with some work to do. They're in a hole, 3-0, as we start the second period. Loose in neutral zone. Eagles carry it in. They've got it down low. Shot goes wide. Near side wall. Bateson clears the zone. Moves it to the middle. Ayler charges after it. Chipped in. Eagles get a stick on it, and they clear it back to neutral. Timpy holds it at the red line off the referee. Bedwarman plays it in deep. Behind the net, the Eagles there. Wrap it around the wall. Near side. Hooper holds it in. Played down low. Eagles intercept. They'll play it to neutral. Hooper knocks it down. Eagles get possession through neutral. Eagles carry it in. They fed the one behind the net. Hooper battles. Ayler takes the loose puck. Up the wall for Bateson. Deflected into neutral. After it hard is Bedwarman. Eagles try to clear. They do. Ayler low got a stick on it. Played it in. Delayed offsides. Eagles carry it out. Shot in from the red line goes wide. Far side wall, Timpy lays a hit. Eagles get possession. Timpy, though, with a stick on it. Ayler gets it to Bedwarman. Over for Bateson. Bateson carries it in the zone, pulls it towards the middle. Bateson, pressure, top of the zone, buries it in deep. Bedwarman at the Zamdor, holds it there. Goes loose behind the net. Eagles able to get possession. Off the wall in a neutral zone. Poulin back off the wall for Rocco. Pressured at the red line. Eagles take it away and bang it in deep. Ryan Rocco lays a pass around the wall for Poulin. Poulin gets it to Rocco. His backhand goes length to the ice. Martsky, Finnerty, Berto up front, Rocco and Poulin on defense. Face-off tied up in the wall. Played behind Jabraki, he settles it for Rocco. Rocco plays it back in the wall. Martsky after it. Rocco's got possession in the corner, now behind his own goal. To the far side, pass up the middle, out of the reach of Martsky, but deep. Icing waved off. After it, Martsky at the end line, pass out in front, no one's there. Poulin from the point position. Finnerty got a stick on it. Behind the net, out for Berto. His shot was blocked before it reached the goaltender. Martsky in the corner now. Pass out in front, knocked down by the Eagles. Poulin from the point position. Played off the feet, back to Poulin. Poulin from the point. Plays it towards the middle, pass over for Rocco. Rocco, top of the circle, shot deflected up into the back glass. Eagles wrap it around out to neutral zone. Poulin's got possession. Poulin over for Rocco. Back in the break-in. Eagles contest it, top of the zone, they clear. Martsky's got it. Back for Poulin. Poulin up for Finnerty. Deflected off his stick and deep. Eagles play it up the wall. Played by Poulin in his own zone. Poulin's pass. Rocco held in by the Eagles. Moore comes in to take it. Moore's got it. Pass through the middle for Finnerty through the skates. Eagles with possession in their zone. Up the wall, loose for Rocco. Rocco down low, a shot saved. Loose in front and cleared by the Eagles. Moore from the point position gets it in low. Wrapped around behind the net. Berto along with Smilanich. Smilanich at the wall, puts it in behind the net. Hard after it. Behind the net, Eagles back in the corner. Moore at the wall along with Mitchell and Smilanich. In the feet, comes out for Mitchell. Loose, played by the Eagles. Loose to Rocco at the point, shot in towards net. Deflected into the back wall. Eagles wrap it around. Lucas Smilanich whistled on the cross-check, so West Michigan back on. Back on the penalty kill. Ayler, Bedwarman, Timpey, and Hooper. Eagles win the draw, back out to the point, whiffs on a shot, now sends it cross ice. Shot goes wide, loose on the near side wall. Eagles with possession. Eagles skate it back into the corner. Behind the net, Hooper disrupts it. Loose in the feet. Now Timpey pushes out for Bedwarman. Bedwarman drives it ahead. Bedwarman down low, a shot saved by the goaltender. Loose for Ayler. Ayler puts a backhand that wraps around the net. Eagles with possession behind their goal. Carried all the way out on the far side on the power play. Eagles down low, pressured by Timpey. Centering pass deflected out by Hooper. Eagles play it behind the goal, into the corner. Ayler after it. Eagles with possession on the wall. Ayler pressures. Pass back to the point man. Now into the corner, up the wall with it. Hooper with a big stick on it. Played back in the corner. Timpey ties it up in the feet. Eagles free it up. Behind the net, they bring it. Near side, pass out in front, his shot goes wide. Hooper with possession, and he'll send it length to the ice. On the ice come Finnerty and Bateson. Eagles pass it up the near side, back in the zone. Drop pass, top of the circle, through the legs, and Hooper bangs it deep. Eagles from behind their own goal. Cross ice pass, connects at the red line. Slap shot knocked down by Timpey. Loose puck, can't clear it. Eagles hold it in, deflects into the corner. After it is Timpey, big hit down low. Timpey holds it there. West Michigan back with 5 skaters as Smilich joins play. Eagles cycle it in the corner. Pass out in front, goes all the way through to the wall. Bateson will be there. Into the corner, up the wall for Smilich. Smilich clears. Deflected, so icing's waved off. After it's Finnerty. Goalie comes out to play it. Leaves it at the wall and cleared to neutral zone. Bateson, Hooper over for Rocco. Rocco carries it across the red line, pinched off the puck. Eagles take possession. Coincidental minors called. Nope. Penalty on the Eagles, a slash call. So West Michigan with their first power play of the game. Let's see if they can make something happen. Martzke on the dot. Berto, Mitchell, Rocco, and Moore. Mitchell from the point position. Gets it to Berto. Berto carries it down low. Swept back into the wall. Mitchell carries it. Has hit. Taken away by the Eagles and dumped into the West Michigan zone. Moore after it. Moore behind his net. Wraps it hard around the wall. Eagles there. Picked off by Rocco. Off a skate. Now Martzke's got it. Over for Moore. Turnover. Crisis averted by Jabraki. Moore behind his end line. Pass up for Rocco. Rocco over for his brother. Ryan Rocco takes it wide. Dropped it for Martzke. Martzke down low for Tyler Rocco off his skate. Players go down and goes loose into the wall. Shipped by the Eagles out to neutral zone. It's a race. Moore is going to be there. Sends a pass over for Berto. Berto behind his own goal. Berto carries across the red line. Ethan finds it again, goes loose down low, and the goaltender will freeze it for a whistle. Wheeler, Budwarman, and Bateson up front. Hooper and Timpey on defense. Face off into the wall. Bateson trying to dig it out. Comes out to Hooper at the point, slides it over for Timpey. Timpey top of the circle, shot, loose, in front, loose, rebound. Played back into the corner, tied up, Ayler. Budwarman, pass back to Hooper at the point. Hooper down low, a shot, save, rebound in front, loose. Still loose, chipping at it in the feet. Player laying on top of it, and now it comes out. Hooper from the point position, back down for Budwarman. Budwarman back to Hooper. Hooper over for Timpey. Timpey puts a backhand that's intercepted. Played in deep, Timpey hustles down low in the corner. Gets possession, Eagles back with their 5th skater. Behind the net, Ayler. He's got ice, trying to find Budwarman, icing waved off. Eagles carry it ahead. Shot goes wide, Eagles. Turnover for Ayler, played back. Timpey rushes it ahead. Timpey from the red line dumps it in. And West Michigan trying to get a change. Out to neutral zone, played by Kuhn. Delayed offsides, but played back for Hohendorf. Moore's got a stick on it. Moore in his own zone, puts one through the air for Poulin. Poulin dumps it in deep. Eagles put a hard one off the wall, takes a carom. Moore in front. Moore's got it shot. Saved by the goaltender. Varsity, Berto, Finnerty, Hohendorf, and Kuhn. Out to neutral zone it comes. Hohendorf had that one deflected up into the player bench. Martzke on the dot. West Michigan with the win. Hohendorf dumps it in deep. Goaltender settles it down in the feet. Finnerty trying to pull it out at the post. Goaltender goes down, and the net comes off for a whistle. Face-off played by the Eagles, bouncing puck, and they'll play it out of the zone deep, icing arms up. Varsity on the dot. Played in the corner for Berto. Eagles with a stick on it. It comes out to neutral. After it is Kuhn. Kuhn clears it back to neutral. Finnerty after the loose puck. Martzke picks it up. Martzke carries down low. His shot disrupted. Played by the goaltender into the back wall. Martzke. Now Berto. Pass picked off by the Eagles and carried out. Pass near side. Takes it in wide. Disrupted by Hohendorf. Into the corner. Now behind the net. And West Michigan whistled for their 5th penalty of the game. Face-off won by the Eagles. Off a skate, played by Rocco, and he'll dump it deep. Eagles behind their net, pressure by Budwarman. They move it far side ice. Pass back to the near side goes long, but a man's at the blue line, sets up the drive in. Dump pass back to the point. From the middle, a shot on Jabraki's save. Bouncing puck after it, Ayler. Loose, Eagles with possession. Another shot on Jabraki, a save.
Jack Hohendorf, 2 minutes for tripping.
Eagles top of the zone, pressure by Budwarman. Eagles still with possession, loose in the middle, played by Hooper deep. Eagles from behind their own goal, they go D to D. Eagles carry it right down the middle, played by Rocco. Eagles hold possession though. At the far side wall, now in the corner. Back into the corner, Rocco with pressure along with Budwarman. Played out to the point man, puts it back in the corner. Pressure by Rocco. Rocco with possession, moves it out. Played by the Eagles, they go point to point. The shot goes wide. Doorstep, slap shot goes wide. Tied up at the wall by Ayler. Loose for Hooper. Hooper hard around the glass, takes a Couple bounces, held in the zone. Now it comes out. And the Eagles have to regroup. 20 seconds left in the power play. Eagles carry it through neutral, back into the West Michigan zone, behind the net, pressured by Rocco. Lays a hit. Puck played by the Eagles back in the near side corner. Pass out to the point man. Shot disrupted. Ayler played it ahead. And West Michigan will get their fifth skater back. Loose puck for Mitchell. Mitchell shot down low, deflected by Ayler, and a save by the goaltender. Smilich, Mitchell, and Moore up front. Hooper and Timpy on defense. Face off to, that's Poulin on defense. Poulin and Timpy. Behind the net, Smilich pressures. He's got it. Moore is there as well. Puck bounces off the side of the net. Comes out, the Eagles move it. Eagles carried in the zone. Shot on Rocco, a stick save. Smilich takes the loose puck behind the goal. Off the wall, Eagles got a stick on it. Played back in the corner. Moore down low, plays it behind the net. Eagles there. Back into the corner with it. Moore got a stick on it, punched out to the point man. Point man played it back into the corner. Moore pressuring, tied up in the feet. Eagles center a pass, played by Timpy, gets it to Mitchell. Mitchell gets around the defender, played it into the corner. Mitchell behind the net, squeezed off the puck. Loose on the near side, Moore's got it in the corner. Moore pass back to the point. Timpy shot goes wide, loose behind the net. Mitchell's got it, far side corner. Bryce tried to carry it towards the middle, picked off by the Eagles. Timpy's pressed down on it. The Eagles have numbers. Good play by Poulin to disrupt. Mitchell will clear, gets it to Moore. Moore gets Smilich. Smilich back for Moore, played by the Eagles. Into neutral zone, Eagles. Now into the West Michigan zone. Pass picked off by Smilich, cleared to neutral, hard after it. Bateson, Moore. Moore's got it down low. Moore down low, a shot goes wide. Loose in the corner. Eagles chip it out to neutral zone. Timpy wrestles it away though. Dumped in by the Eagles. Ryan Rocco behind his own goal. Carries it out. Rocco got some space, finds Smilich. Smilich dropped it back for Rocco. A little collision, but Rocco dumps it in deep. And we'll get a change. Puck played length of the ice. And we'll get a whistle for icing. Ayler, Budwarman, and Bateson up front. Hooper and Kuhn on defense. A shot in from Hooper. Glove save by the goaltender. Ayler on the face-off, tied up in the feet. Puck comes loose, West Michigan, Bateson turns, dumps it in deep. Ayler in the corner with it. Ayler pressed into the wall, Bateson comes in to help. Holds it there in the corner now, Ayler digs it out behind the net. Puck loose, edge of the net, goaltender got a stick on it, pushed it into the wall. Eagles move it out to neutral zone and now drive it in. Played out by Ayler, Eagles back in off sides. Rocco, Moore, and Poulin up front. Hooper and Kuhn on defense. Eagles go D to D. Pass through the middle, disrupted by West Michigan. Eagles send a cross-ice dump in behind Jabraki. Kuhn's there now, near side. Up the wall for Rocco, in the middle for Poulin, clears the zone, big collision. Puck picked up by Rocco. Tyler Rocco into the corner with it. Poulin in to help. Played behind the net. Eagles wrap it around far side more. Shot in towards net, saved by the goaltender. Wrap around near side, Hooper. Played it in deep. Rocco behind the net, centers it for Poulin. Loose in the feet, trying to find it in the air. Played all the way out, and the Eagles have numbers. They send a pass far side, down low, shot disrupted by Hooper. Puck bounces in the near side corner, and we'll get a whistle for a high stick. We're going to bring it down for an offensive zone draw with just under a minute left in the second period. West Michigan looking to get something on the board here. 3 first period goals put them in a hole. This is Martzke on the draw. Martzke, Berto, and Finnerty. Poulin and Rocco on defense. Poulin from the point position. Wraps it hard around the wall behind the net. Eagles, far side corner. They play it back to the near side. Berto's there. Berto plays it high off the glass. In to help is Finnerty. Out to Poulin at the point. And cleared to neutral zone. Rocco chases in his own zone. 25 seconds left in the period. Rocco, hard pass up the wall. Icing arms up, is waved off. Goaltender comes out to play it loose on the side. Finnerty moves it in the corner, in the feet. And the Eagles pull it away. Rocco holds the top of the zone. Eagles with it, centering pass, shot, knocked down, loose, and we'll get a buzzer here for end of the second period. We're going to get a clean of the ice, resurfacing, so we'll take a break. About 10-15 minutes, and we'll be back for third period action. West Michigan trails 3-0. All right, welcome back. Team's back on the ice. Here come the refs. Ready to start the third and final period. Game 1 of the MAHA State Tournament. West Michigan trails 3-0 to the USA Eagles. Strap in. This should be an exciting period. Confidence, confidence, confidence. West Michigan can turn the tide here. Oh, first for West Michigan, Smilich, Mitchell, Smilich, Martsky, and Moore. Jackson, Timpey, and Luke Hooper on defense. Buck Jabrocki between the pipes. One's ready to roll. On the dot is Moore. Played back into the Eagle zone. They send it back shallow in the West Michigan zone. Hooper there. Up the wall. Played by the Eagles in the neutral zone. Pass through the middle, connects. Disrupted by Moore. Eagles get it back though at the red line and dump it in deep. Over the head of Jabrocki. Loose for Hooper. Hooper up the wall with it. Lost in the ref skates, but cleared out the neutral zone. Smilich to pick it up. Played to the middle by the Eagles. Moore with a stick on it. Timpey finds it. Eagles put a backhand through the air. They've got a man near side. Shot disrupted by Hooper and out of play. Bateson, Ayler, and Bedwarman up front. Ryan Rocco and Carson Poulin on defense. Face-off played by the Eagles at the wall, picked off by Bedwarman, rushes it out of the zone. Puts it in deep from the red line, behind the net. Far side corner, Bedwarman hustling after it, up the wall with it, in the feet. Bedwarman holds it there, in to help his Poulin. Eagles got a stick on it, but Ayler played it back in. Ayler, top of the zone, finds it. Off the wall, now puts it in deep behind the net. Bedwarman near side. One-on-one, Ayler at the wall, loose, and the Eagles carry it out. Eagles down the middle with it. Puck goes loose into the back wall, and Rocco into the net. Martsky, Moore, and Berto up front. Poulin and Rocco on defense. Defensive zone draw, Moore on the dot. Tied up in the feet, moved out for Martsky. Martsky over for Berto. 2-on-1 if they hurry. Berto trying to find Martsky, played by the Eagles. Loose in neutral zone. Martsky, though, chipped it in from the blue line, in on net, and that's held for a whistle. Defensive changes, Hooper and Kuhn come out. Offensive zone pull. Face off, won by the Eagles. Martsky, though, wrestles away from behind. Martsky played it in towards net. Goaltender will get a glove on that for a whistle. Eagles pull the draw. They carry it out through the middle. Puck loose for Hooper. Hooper clears it to neutral zone. After it, Berto, he goes down. Eagles pull it back. Eagles shot in on Jabraki, a save. Loose on the near side, wrestling with it is Kuhn. Eagles pull it out, played towards the middle. Hooper chipped it for Marski. Marski takes it wide, pinch off, into the wall. Loose for Berto. Puck up the wall, Eagles with possession. Puck stopped by Kuhn, nice job. Kuhn wrestles it away, carries it back in the zone. He's driven off the puck. Eagles can't clear it. Berto with it down low, Berto behind the net. Berto up to the far side, stops in the corner, pass out in front, knocked away by the goalie, and the Eagles with possession hard off the glass, gets around Kuhn and into the West Michigan zone. Hooper cross ice for Moore over near side, looking for Marski off a little long. Eagles with possession behind their goalie, loose puck, Marski after it. Marski played it in towards the goaltender, he'll get a glove on it for the whistle. Ayler, Bateson, Bedwarman, Timpey, and Hohendorf. On the dot is Ayler. Face-off won by West Michigan. Bateson got it to Hohendorf. Hohendorf banged it behind the net. Eagles play it back in the far corner. Bateson tied up at the wall. Eagles back to Hohendorf at the point. Shot deflected before it reached the goal. Eagles on the near side wall with it. Backhand pass through the middle, picked off by Hohendorf. Hohendorf carries it in, near side, dropped it for Bedwarman. Bedwarman shot towards the goal, saved into the back glass. Loose in the corner, now behind the net. Eagles hard around the wall. Timpey holds it there. Timpey off the wall, back in deep in the corner. Hohendorf battling with Ayler. Ayler played it back behind the back wall, now back into the corner. Eagles try to clear, Timpey holds it in, plays it back in behind the net. Hohendorf's gonna find it, near side, runs into the ref. Hohendorf back behind the net for Ayler. Ayler trying to push it to the far side. Eagles high off the glass. Timpey can't hold it in. Eagles ship it out. Oh, good play by Bedwarman. Deflects the puck into his own corner. Played behind the net. Timpey's got it. And we'll get a whistle. West Michigan whistled on their 6th penalty of the game. Bedwarman goes for the slash call. Penalty killers, Smilanich, Finnerty, Rocco, and Hooper. Face-off played in the back wall. Hooper, puck comes out towards the middle. Smilanich got a stick on it, played by the point man, but out to neutral. Eagles have to regroup. They go D to D in their own zone. Back to the far side D, pressured by Finnerty. Pass through the middle connects. Eagles carry it in, carry it to the near side, drop pass, played by Smilanich. Bouncing puck. Rocco played it into the wall. Eagles played it back behind the net, all the way to the far side corner. Pass back out to the point man. Shot in on, waved off, and a save by Jabraki. West Michigan on the penalty kill. Eagles with it, top of the zone. Point man near side, shot, goes wide, bouncing puck far side. Eagles bang it in behind the net for Hooper. Hooper's got possession high off the glass into neutral zone. Bouncing puck, Eagles possess. They'll skate it back behind the net, pressure by Finnerty. Eagles send it back behind the net to the far side corner. Pass deflected by Finnerty, but carried ahead by the Eagles. Down low, a shot goes wide. Finnerty able to send it length through the ice on the penalty kill. Smilanich pressuring. Eagles able to move it out, up the near side, into the West Michigan zone. Puck loose, Eagles maintain possession, now down low, played by Rocco. Rocco hard off the wall, held in. Eagles with possession, pass out to the point, near side, now down low, far side. Pressured by Hooper, into the corner now. West Michigan gets their 5th skater back as Marski joins play. Eagles with possession, near side, pass, knocked down and cleared. Mitchell with a stick on it. Eagles wrestle it away though, hold it to neutral zone. Mitchell gets possession, big collision there. We'll get a whistle as Mitchell's down. I think he's got his breath knocked out. Mitchell and Hooper collide at center ice. Mitchell back on his feet. That's a good sign. Skating off on his own power. Defensive zone draw back at play here. 5-on-5. Poulin gets it to Rocco center ice. Rocco dumps it in deep. Rocco, Poulin, and Martsky up front. Another collision into the back wall, and we'll get a penalty interference call on the Eagles. So power play now for West Michigan as Smilovich, Berto, or Budwarman and Martsky come out on top, Moore and Hooper on defense. Martsky on the dot. Face off, tied up, one by the Eagles. They send it linked to the ice. Hooper's going to have control. Pass out of the reach of Smilovich, out for Martsky though deep. And we'll get a delayed call and a slash call on. Martsky on the face-off. 5-on-3. Martsky wins it back to Moore at the point. Moore over for Rocco. Rocco, top of the circle. Shot, save, rebound in front. Smilovich finds it. Shot deflected. Rocco with a shot off the post. Moore can't find the rebound. That comes out to neutral zone. Rocco wrestles it away, gets it to Moore. Moore back to Rocco. Rocco carries it ahead. Rocco over for Moore, top of the zone. Moore, far side, near side for Martsky. Martsky back for Moore. Moore back to Martsky. Martsky down low for Budwarman, one-timer, just missed. And the Eagles try to out it. Moore settles it down. Moore down low. Try to slide a pass to Budwarman, knocked down. Martsky back to Moore, top of the circle. Moore, shot in front, loose. Eagles trying to save it. Rocco's trying to jam it in, and we'll get a whistle. Face off, Martsky down low. Smilenich over for Moore, top of the zone. Back to Smilenich. Smilenich lays a shot, saved by the goaltender, Bidwarman. Behind the net, over for Moore. Moore back for Bidwarman, into the corner. 35 seconds left in the 5-on-3. Martsky, top of the zone, over for Smilenich. Smilenich back to Martsky, out of his reach. Martsky plays it at the wall for Bidwarman. Bidwarman goes down, Rocco. Martsky holds it in at the wall. Slides it over for Smilenich. Smilenich shot, deflected, Moore behind the net. Moore's got it, near side, out for Martsky. Martsky over for Smilenich. Smilenich down low, behind the net, Moore near side. Moore at the wall, takes it out to the point position. Moore plays it in towards net, deflected and saved by the goaltender. Bidwarman with a deflection in front, and with 2 seconds left on the 5-on-3. West Michigan will get a change up top. Mitchell's back on the ice, that's good to see. Ethan Berto and Bateson. Moore, Mitchell, and face off in the feet. Mitchell picks it up behind the net. Mitchell, far side. Mitchell lays a shot, loose on the edge. Moore's got it, plays it back into the far corner. Eagles there. Mitchell takes it away, push back in the wall. Berto's there. Berto from the wall, turns, rips a shot, loose in front. Mitchell finds the rebound. Mitchell into the near side wall. Eagles get their fourth skater back. Mitchell down low for Berto. Berto gets around one. Berto towards the net. Berto still with it, a shot saved. The Eagles trying to clear it at the wall, now they do. Icing is whistled. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Clock is ticking here. A shot in from the point by Timpy goes wide. Berto from the wall. Martsky down low. At the back wall, in to help is Mitchell. Mitchell digs it out behind the net. Eagles send it into the corner. Now up the wall on the break. Pass cross ice. Connects, they bring it in the zone, dump it in behind Jabraki. Hohendorf bangs it off the wall. Loose, now behind the net. Eagles with it, pass out in front, knocked down by Hohendorf, and he finds Berto. Berto all alone on net. Ethan shoots over the net. Good move, Ethan with his own rebound, and another save by the goaltender. Bateson, Ayler, and Bidwarman up front. Poulin and Rocco on defense. Puck played into the back wall. Eagles wrap it hard around the wall. Poulin can't find it. Icing arm is up, and we'll bring it back down for another offensive zone draw. Ayler on the face-off. Face-off in the feet. Eagles pull it out, wrap it hard around the wall, far side. Back, icing, arms up, and we'll bring it back. Miles Ayler on the face-off. Wins it back to Rocco. Rocco lays one in towards the net, over the crossbar. Bateson far side, puts it behind the net. Eagles chip it in the corner. Now up the half wall, pass through the middle, picked off by Bateson. Bateson will dump it in deep. After it is Ayler. Eagles wrap it up the far wall. Poulin has to play it to neutral zone, over for Rocco. Rocco plays it in the zone. Eagles in their own corner, behind the net, wrapped all the way around, icing arms back up. Tyler Rocco, Cade Infinity, Caden Poulin, Braden Kuhn, and Luke Hooper. Face off one back, played in the West Michigan zone. Kuhn's pass, knocked down by the Eagles, held in. Kuhn from behind his own goal, reverses direction, near side outlet for Poulin through mid-ice. Finnerty knocked it in deep. After it is Rocco. Rocco from behind his own goal, or behind the net. Rocco to the far side. Rocco, physical play. Finnerty puts a shot, saved by the goalie. Rebound loose on the doorstep and cleared to the corner. Poulin. Eagles got a stick on it, played it in the near corner, and they'll send it length to the ice. Martsky, Moore, and Smilanich. Kuhn and Hooper. Moore on the dot. Face off, played Smilanich, played it in deep. Moore after it. On the back wall, played it in the corner. Moore up the wall with it. Sends it back in deep for Martsky behind the net. Martsky takes it out far side. Martsky in the corner, feathers a pass back to Hooper. Hooper from the point position, a shot, loose on the doorstep. Moore trying to bury it. Martsky got a stick on it, loose behind the net, and caught on the back of the net for the whistle. Finnerty out, Smilanich, Moore, Timpey, and Hohendorf. Face off into the wall. Played in by Hohendorf, a save by the goaltender. And another whistle and face off. West Michigan wins the draw. Hohendorf played at the wall. Moore put it in the corner. Finnerty after it. Played back up the far wall. Hohendorf. Now Moore at the wall. Moore has it pulled away and dumped the length of the ice by the Eagles. Martsky, Mitchell, and Berto up front. Hohendorf and Timpey on defense. Martsky on the face-off. Played to Berto. Berto's shot over the net, all the way out to the near side. Timpey will hold it in. Mitchell trying to find it. Eagles with possession into neutral zone. Played deep into the West Michigan zone. Hohendorf after it. Hohendorf keeps in the corner. Eagles sweep it behind the net. Now to the near side corner. Eagles play behind the net. Picked off by Martsky. Martsky up the wall for Berto. Played by the Eagles. Eagles sweep it into the middle. Eagles still with possession. Now a pass. Knocked down. Picked off by Mitchell. Mitchell drives it in near side. Mitchell over for Martsky. Down low for Berto, and he scores. West Michigan gets on the board here. Nice play there. Smilanich, Moore, and Finnerty up front. Poulin and Rocco on defense. Face off won by West Michigan. Smilanich off the far side wall. Eagles send it back. Back into the West Michigan zone it goes. Rocco's got it. Rocco's pass up the wall for Smilanich, deflected in deep. Finnerty after it. into the corner, Smilanich, Finnerty. Finnerty's got possession, gets it to Smilanich. Smilanich stick handles his way through the end line. Smilanich behind the net for Finnerty. Finnerty brings it out in front, stuffed back to the back wall, now cleared to the far side wall. Smilanich down low for Finnerty. Finnerty behind the net. Try to find more, play it out by the Eagles. Rocco holds it there. And dumped in by the Eagles. Played by Poulin. Pass for Smilanich. Eagles take it away and dump it back in. Moore from his own zone. Cross ice for Rocco. Rocco dumps it in. Smilanich after the loose puck. Smilanich puts it behind the net. Finnerty in the far corner. Tries to center it. Played by the Eagles. Poulin knocks it down. Carries through neutral. Eagles tie it up there. Smilanich. Eagles pull it away. Eagles through mid-ice. Puck taken away by Berto. Berto trying to find it. Oh, comes back out to neutral. Rocco dumps it in deep. Puck played far side. Smilanich pulls it away. Lucas down low. In front for Berto. Comes out to Rocco at the point. Rocco's shot off the crossbar and up and out of play. .2:36 left in the game. Martsky, Finnerty, Mitchell up front, Timpy and Hooper on defense. Martsky on the dot. Martsky wins it to Berto. One-timer goes deflected behind the net. Eagles wrap it around. Hooper holds it in, down low. Puck loose. Eagles will clear. Pass through mid-ice. Taken away by Hooper. No, Eagles get it back. Shot in on Jabrakia save. Played on the near side wall. Mitchell skates behind his own goal with it. Man on his back, but Mitchell races out. Mitchell gets by one. Mitchell takes it down low. Bryce had it punched off his stick into the corner. Eagles try to out it. Hooper's going to hold it in. Berto's going to find it. Berto had it pulled away by the Eagles, and they dump it into their own player bench. Just under 2 minutes left. Moore, Smilanich, Finnerty up front. Carson Poulin and Ryan Rocco on defense. Faceoff goes into the corner. Eagles off the wall. Moore puts it back in the corner. He's tied up at the wall in to help his Finnerty. Move now behind the net. Eagles with possession. Sauce pass at the wall. Moore intercepts the breakout. Loosen the feet. Smilanich. Eagles. Moore puts the stick on it. Down low in the corner for Smilanich. Up the wall with it. Eagles with possession. They'll break it out. Rocco clears. Moore's got the puck in his own zone. Sends a pass through mid-ice, off a stick. Smilanich after it. Eagles out it into the player bench again. Mitchell, Berto, and Martsky up front. Rocco and Hooper on defense. Smilanich on the faceoff. Gets it to Berto. Berto's shot knocked down into the feet. Berto gets it back. Ethan's shot deflected. Martsky after the loose puck. Pass back to Hooper. Over for Berto, top of the zone. Berto sauces it over for Rocco. Rocco, his shot's deflected. Played up. Berto's going to have a shot on it. Down low, deflected behind the net. Eagles wrap it hard around the wall. Hooper holds it at the blue line. Through the air. Mitchell has possession. Top of the zone. Bryce shot off the back of a leg and into the corner. 45 seconds left. Hooper holds it in the zone. Mitchell from the wall. Mitchell shot in towards net. Saved. Martsky centers it for Berto. Berto's backhand in front, and it's held for a whistle. .35 seconds left. Martzke, Mitchell, Verto, Moore, and Rocco. Verto, Moore from the point position. Moore, top of the circle. Plays it in towards net, loose, and covered for the whistle. Martzke on the dot. West Michigan wins it. Moore can't find it. He's racing after the loose puck. Moore into the wall with it. Up the wall for Berto. In the West Michigan zone. 15 seconds on the clock. Moore digs after it. Berto digs after it. Puck is not moving out. Eagles dump it in deep. That's going to do it. 5 seconds. West Michigan drops game 1 of the tournament 3-1 to the USA Eagles. Game 2 this afternoon, 4:30 against the Plymouth Flyers. We're moving locations up to the Lansing's Suburban Ice Arena. West Michigan now with the back against the wall. They've got to come out with 2 wins over the next 2 games if they have any chance of advancing. Top 2 teams out of the division move on to the quarterfinals. Very tough division they're in. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great rest of your Friday. We'll see you back at 4:30, Suburban Ice Arena. Game 2.